Okay, picture this. You're standing right on the edge of, I don't know, some huge open landscape. Maybe it's the Rockies, maybe the desert somewhere out west. Now, think about the vehicle that gets you there. Not just gets you there, but lets you really live the journey. Something that kind of blends luxury, real capability, and just total freedom. It's more than
Right.
transport, right? It actually changes how you think about living, working, exploring on the road. So today, that's what we're diving into. We've got some really interesting source material here about a specific vehicle, the 2023 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 AWD. And we're also looking at the dealership that offers it, Rocky Mountain Truck Stop, which is pretty unique in itself. Our mission basically is to unpack what makes this Sprinter stand out, beyond just being a van. We'll explore how Rocky Mountain Truck Stop positions itself as specialists in these kinds of vehicles. And then, the important part, connect all that back to what it could mean for you. Whether you're dreaming of that big adventure, a mobile business, or maybe just a really smart vehicle buy. We're pulling this all straight from their website, RockyMountainTruckStop.com, and the actual listing for the Sprinter. So when you look at this stuff, what's the first thing that jumps out? The immediate insight.
Well, it's interesting. The sources aren't just showing us a vehicle. They're really presenting a specific way into a certain lifestyle or maybe a business strategy. You look at this combination, super low miles, AWD, it's RV ready, plus it's a Mercedes. That's a pretty rare mix. It offers, good investment potential, and it's ready to go right now. It kind of dodges the issues you might have with a full custom build or that big depreciation hit you take driving a new car off the lot. It's a compelling package.
That's a great way to put it, a strategic entry point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's zero in on the star here, this 2023 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 AWD. First thing that just screams at you from the listing, the mileage. 31 miles. 31. That's nothing. It's basically a brand new vehicle just waiting for its first proper trip.
Exactly. And that number, 31 miles, it's not just low mileage, it signifies untapped potential. You're getting something genuinely pristine, ready for years of use, whether that's adventure or business. And crucially, you likely avoid that big initial depreciation curve of a brand new model. For someone looking closely, it's almost all the pros of new, but potentially with a better price point. It's really a sweet spot, value-wise and for longevity.
And it's not just any van with low miles. It's a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. That name alone carries weight, right? Quality, engineering. The listing says this one is loaded. Now, for a Sprinter, what does loaded actually translate to? What kind of features are we likely talking about here?
Yeah, that's important. Loaded on a Sprinter typically means it has several factory option packages. Things that really boost comfort, safety, and usability way beyond a basic cargo model. So you're likely looking at features like the MBUX infotainment system, probably with navigation essential for travel. You'd probably expect comfort seats, maybe swiveling ones, which are great for long drives and living space in a conversion. And critically, it would almost certainly include advanced driver assist systems. Think blind spot monitoring, active brake assist, maybe adaptive cruise control. These aren't just bells and whistles. They make long journeys safer and much less tiring. It's part of that Mercedes premium feel, even in a van.
Makes a huge difference, yeah, especially if you're planning long hauls. But here's maybe the biggest thing for the adventure-minded folks. The all-wheel drive, AWD. The source says, built for anything, ready for everything. That really opens up where you can go. And this isn't just some basic AWD add-on, is it? What does the Mercedes AWD system mean in the real world?
No, you're right. It's not generic at all. Mercedes uses their 4ETS system, that's the electronic traction system. It's fully automatic. It's constantly monitoring for wheel slip. If a wheel starts to spin, the system instantly brakes that specific wheel and sends power to the wheels that still have grip. So it effectively mimics locking differentials in slippery stuff, mud, snow, gravel, maybe even some lighter off-road trails. But it does it automatically, without the driver needing to do anything and without the weight and complexity of a traditional 4x4 system. For someone on, say, a sandy track or a muddy forest road, it means more reliable traction, more confidence, without messing up the smooth on-road driving feel or fuel economy too much.
That seamless operation sounds key. Okay, and another big point. This Sprinter comes RV ready right from the dealership. If you're thinking about converting a van or jumping into van life, that phrase really catches the eye. Practically speaking, what does RV ready usually mean on a Sprinter? And how much value does that really add for someone planning a build?
Oh, RV Ready is a huge plus. It can save you a ton of time, money, and potential headaches down the road. Often it means things like a factory-installed auxiliary battery system are already in place. That's the foundation for your house power. It might also mean reinforced points on the roof, ready for solar panels, a pop top, or a heavy-duty rack. Sometimes even the interior panels are designed to be easier to remove and put back, which simplifies running wires and adding insulation. These aren't small things. Adding this stuff aftermarket can cost thousands and requires specialized work, especially the electrical integration. So RV Ready is like getting a house frame with the foundation and main utilities already professionally installed. You just need to do the interior finishing.
Right. It gives you a
Yeah.
solid head start. But I guess even being RV ready doesn't mean the whole job is done, right? There's still a lot to do.
That's a really good point. It's definitely not fully built out. It provides the essential heavy lifting infrastructure. You still need to plan and install insulation, cabinets, water systems, appliances, all your personal touches. But, and this is the key, it tackles the hardest, most complex, and often most expensive foundational elements correctly from the factory. You're building on something solid and integrated, not trying to retrofit major systems from scratch, which can be risky.
Okay, that makes sense. A crucial distinction. Now, obviously, this van is a dream for RV builds and adventures. But it's versatile too, right? With that space and capability, it could be great for certain businesses too, like a mobile workshop or deliveries, maybe even a high-end shuttle.
Absolutely. Its core strengths, durability, space, the premium badge, and in this case, AWD, make it adaptable for many commercial uses beyond recreation.
And just to anchor its value, the original sticker price, the MSRP mentioned in the listing, was $82,000. Given that starting point and the fact it only has 31 miles, how does this specific Sprinter sit in the current market for these kinds of specialty vehicles?
Well, that $82,000 MSRP tells you it was highly optioned from the factory. It's a benchmark for its level of equipment. Finding one with just 31 miles at presumably less than that original MSRP means you're skipping a big chunk of that initial depreciation. In today's market, where new, well-equipped AWD Sprinters can be hard to find, face long wait times, or have dealer markups, finding this specific van, virtually new, is a really unique opportunity. It's the kind of thing serious buyers look for, almost new condition, without the full new price tag or the wait.
Okay, so it's clear this Sprinter is a pretty special find, which brings us to the place selling it, Rocky Mountain Truck Stop. What makes them different from just your average dealership down the street?
Their whole approach seems different. The sources portray them less like a local lot and more like a nationwide resource for premium and specialty vehicles. Trucks, vans, SUVs. They have physical spots in Texas, right? Austin and Dallas. The addresses are 12633 Research Blavey D in Austin and one at 849 Composite Doctor in Dallas. But the really key thing they emphasize is nationwide shipping, all across the U.S. So the Sprinter or anything else in their curated inventory is actually accessible to you no matter where you live. They're reaching a national audience.
And it sounds like they're very selective about what they offer. They call themselves the ultimate destination for all lovers of power, performance, and precision. It's not about just having lots of vehicles. It's a hand-picked collection of elevated quality vehicles. There's a definite strategy there.
Absolutely. It's curation, not just stocking. They focus on brands known for reliability, sure, but they seem to pair that with a specific look. They mention wanting vehicles with an aggressive, defiant look. So it's not just about function. It's about an aesthetic, a certain presence. They're targeting a customer who wants both capability and a vehicle that stands out, makes a statement.
Yeah, that aggressive, defiant look definitely fits with a capable AWD Sprinter. And they seem to really get their customer. They say, you are not just any driver. It feels like they're connecting with a lifestyle, not just selling a van.
That connection is vital for a specialty dealer like this. They understand the buyers aren't just looking for A to B transport. They get that buying this kind of vehicle is often tied to aspirations, adventure, business growth, a certain image. And that understanding likely guides how they select vehicles and how they interact with customers.
Makes sense. And buying a vehicle like this, especially a higher-end one, the actual purchase process can sometimes be complicated. How does Rocky Mountain Truck Stop try to make that part easier?
They seem very aware of that. The financing piece can be a hurdle for specialty vehicles. The sources specifically mention they offer on-the-spot financing options designed for every credit type. That's quite broad. By making financing more accessible, they remove a major roadblock for a lot of potential buyers, making it smoother to go from seeing the vehicle to actually owning it.
Right, streamlining that process is a big deal. And if you want to check them out or ask about the Sprinter, the contact info is straightforward. Austin is 737-280-5592. Dallas is 972-345-9393. But probably the best starting point is their website, RockyMountainTruckStop.com. You can see everything there and use their contact page too.
And just a practical note, their hours are Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, also 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're closed on Sundays. Good to know if you're planning a call or a visit.
Okay, so we've dug into this specific, pretty amazing Sprinter and the dealership offering it. Let's tie it all together. What's the so what here for you, the listener? This isn't just about buying another van. It really feels like it's about opening up different kinds of possibilities. If you're maybe weighing up building something custom versus finding something prepped, or choosing between a standard RV and a more flexible van, this option from Rocky Mountain Truck Stop seems like a really interesting middle ground.
Exactly. You've got this vehicle, incredibly low miles, loaded with features, AWD ready to go, combining that Mercedes quality with a big head start on any conversion. Plus, it's available nationwide from a dealer who clearly gets this specific market. It's about maximizing the potential of your investment, whether that's for freedom, adventure, or business. And this Sprinter definitely seems to fit what Rocky Mountain Truck Stop calls their hot stuff inventory.
Hot stuff inventory. I like that. What does that mean in practice? If something's tagged as hot stuff, does that mean you need to move quickly?
From what we can gather, yeah, hot stuff seems to be their term for the most desirable vehicles. Could be brand new arrivals they've just curated, or maybe something with a fresh price adjustment. Basically, these are the vehicles they expect to sell fast. Given the Sprinter specs nearly new, loaded, AWD, RV ready, it absolutely fits that description. So for someone seriously considering it, yes, it probably implies it's a limited opportunity. It likely won't sit around for long.
Okay, good to know. So let's wrap this deep dive up. We've looked closely at this 2023 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 AWD. It's remarkably versatile, has that luxury engineering, serious AWD capability, and only 31 miles. Ready for conversion, business, whatever you throw at it. And we've explored Rocky Mountain Trucks, stopped their customer focus, their nationwide reach, and their knack for curating these high-quality, elevated vehicles with that distinctive, aggressive look.
Right. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Think about how owning a vehicle like this one that blends premium engineering, real go-anywhere capability, and is already primed for adventure or specialized use could genuinely change how you approach things. Your travel, maybe your work, even just your day-to-day possibilities. What new horizons could you actually explore if your vehicle was fundamentally designed to adapt to pretty much any adventure you could cook up?